If I'm Ruben Amorim, and let me jump to him for a second, I'm actually saying, chill the F out, man. You're the manager at Manchester United. You're in touching distance at the top four of getting this team back into the Champions League. This isn't a bad gig, by the way. You want more power. I get that. But continue to earn that. And if you're the board, and I say this about the Chelsea board too, because they're guilty of it, sit down and talk like adults. You know this. Maresca got sacked because the sports science department was saying, you've got to rest certain players. And his ego was, well, I'm not going to be told what to do. Can you all just get in a room? Can the director of football just get in a room and go, we don't want to lose you. You know why we don't want to lose you? You won a European trophy for us last year. You won the Club World Cup for us last year, and you got us in the Champions League. You're a really good manager, and it's going to be really tough for us to find another one like you. Why don't we just sit down and talk a little bit? Maybe you need a little bit more here. Maybe we take a little bit more from there, but we want to keep you. Instead, nobody talks, nobody acts like adults, and they sack a really, really good manager. For a guy in Liam Rose Sr., who's basically going to come on from Strasbourg, who's owned by Chelsea, which we'll get into in a second, and he's just going to play ball. He's going to go, yep, sure, whatever you want. I'm just going to coach the team. The Ruben Amorim bit, it's the same thing. It was tactics, LD. It was buying players. Like Ruben Amorim, with respect, was a nobody. He was a young up-and-coming Portuguese manager. If I had $1 for every time I heard there's a really good up-and-coming Portuguese manager, you'd be a billionaire. He did well. But you're at Manchester United. Play ball a little bit. Win the games you're supposed to win. Get into the Champions League, and then claw back some power.
There's a phrase that I was taught, and I think this is so true. People get hired for their talent and their ability, and they get fired for their inability to get along with people. And Ruben Amorim and the board, I don't know whose fault or whose it. I'm sure there's blame to go around. They weren't getting along. And the same with Maresca, right? Like Maresca was similar. The challenge here is there's a changing of the way managers, and we're intentionally using the word coaches, are looked at now by clubs around the world. And what's happened is it used to be, to your point, the manager had all the power. And what clubs realized is that's great until it all goes upside down, because now you've signed 7 players that the next manager we go hire might not want at all. And now you're 150 million pounds behind the 8 ball and you're struggling. And so clubs are saying now, we're not doing that anymore. We're going to hire the guy who will play ball, do exactly what we want him to do, play exactly how we want. And to your point earlier, there are 1,000 people who will do that. And you know who wouldn't have done that? Sir Alex. He wouldn't go to a new club and say, no, he'd say, no, sure, I'm making the decisions. I'm the man. And so there's this like minimizing of power for coaches and managers now. And the clubs, and I don't necessarily disagree with it. If I'm a club and I'm responsible for the club, Ruben Amorim's a flash in the pan. We'll never even remember him, but the club goes on.